Okay, so now take me a little bit behind the scenes, right? This is what a lot of people wonder when they see this. They wonder what goes into this. They wonder how long of a project this takes before it comes to video. They wonder, as a journalist, and this is true for any story, they wonder how your team of journalists, found this particular story. Tell us about this. What does this process look like to put together an operation like this?
Yeah, so no, and that's the thing. We do a lot. We have ongoing investigations happening as we speak, right? We always have something going on. James is the most hardworking person I've ever met. He's always on the move, and our journalists, we have over 20 at this point who are traveling around the country, always looking for the next story. So, and these things tend to vary, right? There's no secret formula like you must follow these exact steps in order to get a bombshell video. Sometimes stories for us take months to corroborate and develop. Some takes weeks. Some might even take some days. It really depends as to how willing the subject is to divulge the information that the public is going to find newsworthy. In this case, I can tell you it wasn't nearly as long of an investigation as some may think. Obviously, it wasn't. By that, I don't mean it was an easy investigation. It takes a lot of hard work and perseverance and really persisting to get the information out to the public. The hard work that goes into it is incredible. I see it firsthand here with the undercover journalists that do this. But some people, like Jordan, as you could tell, he was more than willing to share what was going on at his job. Right? Some people are not as open as Jordan, but Jordan Walker, the Pfizer director here, was most certainly one of the people that I would say is more than happy to divulge information.
When we were doing this Rumble live stream, we watched the video together, and it was funny. I forget the username. I'd like to credit this person who was watching along with us, but this was one of the funniest comments that I've seen. He was like, it's funny to me how the subjects of these videos are always so willing to just spill their guts to what's kind of a virtual stranger, usually someone who thinks that they're on like a first, second, or third date. And he goes, confession must be good for the soul, because it's shocking how easily they give up this information.
No, it's true. And the other thing is people tend to assume that we only use, apps or something to meet these people. We meet people in all sorts of ways. We meet them at airports. We meet them at coffee shops. We meet them at conferences. One example, I'm sure you might remember when we exposed Twitter last year before Elon Musk had completed his purchase of Twitter. This Twitter executive said to our undercover journalists that they got an email from the company warning them, be careful, Project Veritas people are lurking around and trying to talk to a tweeps is what they call. I don't know if they still use this term, but what they call Twitter employers tweeps, and beware. And the guy was literally reading the email from their bosses saying, be careful, Veritas journalist, to a Project Veritas undercover journalist, and he said, thank goodness we met organically, or else I'd be questioning everything about you. So people have even this guy, Jordan Walker, said, yeah, there's been times when these journalists have talked to some Pfizer people and, did some videos. So, it's weird that you're asking me some of these questions. So even Jordan at some point said it, but even those things didn't prevent Jordan or that Twitter executive to tell us exactly what they didn't want the public to know. So it goes to show you that Project Veritas is that effective.